Hello, my name is B. Just in case if you are new here, why did I have a brain fart? My name is B. Just in case if you're new here, if you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. If you're listening to the sound of my voice, you clicked on my face, and obviously you know why we're here. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I just wanted to do like some quick little messages or whatever while I was like up doing other stuff. So I don't want this to be super long. Let's try to get in and get out as quickly as we can, so this won't be super lengthy for me. Okay. Quick announcements, really fast. February 7th, aka this Friday, tarot classes will begin. It will be hosted on Patreon. You can find that down below in the description box. And February the 12th, 2025 overview readings will be completely clipped, done, and over, not to be saw again until the beginning of 2026. Okay, Shop Pay is still available on that, but I just wanted to give an official deadline. The middle of the month will be the 12th, and that's just where I'm going to cap it at. We still have 3 months and 6 month readings, so you can still buy those as often as you like. But yeah, so make sure you get those. My website can be located down below in the description box. I'm done talking. I think I've ran my mouth the fuck enough. So yeah, I'm gonna jump in with some tarot cards, and we'll just see. So far, I've kind of liked doing these. I feel like I want to kind of make these a thing where they're short, they're sweet, and they're just kind of to the point. Not no more excess talking, and no having to listen to me do a lot of excess talking. So, give me something for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know now at this point? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Risings, and Venus. What do they need to know right now during this time? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, yeah, it is retrograde right now, right? Venus is in its shadow period. I haven't had anybody come back yet. I really don't want nobody to come back. I feel like during the retrograde, I've been doing real good because nobody's been coming back. But then the retrograde will kind of Uno reverse me because nobody will really come back into my life. But then I find myself feeling like I want to pop back up in other folks' lives, and I don't like that for me. So let's hope this month don't nobody come back into my shit. I don't go back into nobody else's. Everybody can just stay where the fuck they been at while they been there. But this, I'm saying all that to say, because your cards are kind of giving the energy of someone's about to come back. Yeah. Someone's definitely about to come back. Give me this devil card. If I'm hitting my mic and you can like, if I'm hitting my mic and you can like hear it, I apologize. So you have two fives, which I like. You have the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups. I just like the fives. I don't like these particular cards side by side, especially clarifying this devil card. But I like them. I like the two fives because the two fives will indicate transformation and change. Right. Let's start with a very obvious thing. The first card out here that we have is the Knight of Cups. Someone is definitely coming back for you during this retrograde. So anticipate that. Who this is, your guess is better than mine. But what I can tell you is, even though that this is somebody coming back, I wouldn't be surprised if they came back around Valentine's Day, or if not necessarily around Valentine's Day. I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone who came back trying to like wine and dine you. However, and my Franklin from uh my wife and kids voice, the Eight of Pentacles is reversed, and the Sun card is reversed. I extra don't like these cards side by side, especially in this spread, because this would indicate somebody who's coming back to wine you and dine you, but they ain't did no real motherfucking work. So be very careful about that, Scorpio. You might, if you want somebody to come back into your life, if you waiting on somebody, you in separation from somebody, yeah, you want them to come back. Yeah, you want to, be in connection. You want them to give you flowers and all of that, and oh, I'm sorry, sweet love Jones, let me take you out and do something nice for you. But you also want them to have put in the motherfucking work to actually have this new beginning, because without them putting in the real effort and the real work, what is it all for? I see you down here at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio, with this Queen of Cups. This person could be a Leo. They could be a Capricorn, or have both in the chart. I don't know why I feel like my edges is pulling. But I feel like this is somebody that doesn't want you to walk away, and someone who really is just trying to regain power in order to kind of mend a conflict. So be very careful about that. Be very careful of like manipulative people, because I think this is rather short, sweet, and to the point itself. This feel like somebody who gonna come back. They might, like I said, wine and dine you. Let me take you out to eat. I got you some flowers. Oh my God, I just missed you. I got you your favorite chocolates. Oh, I just wrote you this letter. We can go on this picnic, and I got us this horse and this carriage, and da 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 da. And if the issue of why you left them is because they act like they don't know how to fucking talk to you respectfully, then you still gonna have this problem. Yeah, they come back with flowers and chocolates and roses, and they gonna piss glitter and shit, goddamn chocolate and Hershey's kisses and shit. And then as soon as they get mad at you again, they gonna be back to calling you out your name. And it's like, is that not why I left your ass? You back still doing the same. So you clearly just haven't learned. But this is someone who, with this devil card, I feel like really just wants power. The devil card don't always have to indicate that, but in this spread, especially with the five of swords and the five of cups side by side, this make me feel like someone who ain't really did no real transformation, no real work. They ain't really sat with themselves and dealt with their demons. This is somebody who simply just doesn't want to deal with the discomfort of knowing that somebody left. Here's again, the eight of cups is the last card that fell out. Like I just said, here you are, Scorpio, with this queen of cups energy. So clearly you're the one leaving, or you're the one that's already left. Even if you ain't left yet, consider this, that whoever you dealing with has not changed. So even if you like, oh girl, I ain't broke up with him, I just told him, you know what I'm saying, that I was gonna break up with him if he didn't da 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 da. This is somebody who's doing what you asked them to do for the moment, but it's just for the moment. The best piece of advice I think I've gotten from somebody, a reader actually, and I think my therapist kind of double backed and kind of agreed, which is a big ass coincidence because they don't know that I talk to each other. But I remember one lady had told me that you got to be very careful about how you vocalize and what you expect from somebody, and you got to be very careful about how often you're vocalizing that. Of course, it's one thing to want to tell people how you're loved and want to show people or express to people like, oh, this makes me happy, this doesn't. But then you have some people who really just assume the position, and you got to be careful for those types of people, because they always gonna be wearing a mask. They always gonna be wearing a facade. They not doing this because this is genuinely who they are. They're doing this because this is what person watching wants. And if that means I get to keep person watching, then cool. I'll keep doing this shit. Not because I genuinely align with this, but because it's keeping person watching kept. That's is 100% of what this feels like. So if you have somebody that came back, or if you're dealing with somebody, or for any reason you need some confirmation and you watching this on some like, are they really like serious? Like, yeah, they started doing this and they started cleaning up around the house, they started helping out, they started whatever, but is it genuine? Are they like, is this long lasting? No. This feels like as soon as the conflict is over and the hogwash and the hurt feelings is done, they're gonna be back on their bullshit. But for as long as you up in arms and you like, oh goddamn, I told you to take the trash out every Friday. Like, this is someone who might do it for the first 2 Fridays, but then by the third Friday they gonna slip again. Type shit. This was never like genuine. So be very careful about that. Be very careful of people who want to come in, wine you, dine you, talk all nice, all type of sweet love Jones ass shit, especially these exes, because this eight of pentacles next to the sun card reverse is giving me, this is somebody who needs to be putting in the work to have a new beginning with you. This feels more like an ex-lover, where it's like, child, yeah, they gonna come back saying and doing all the right things, but they ain't did no real work. They ain't really put no real effort into like what they need to do and their life and how they want to show up for themselves. This is someone who main focus is person watching is leaving, and now I'm about to pull out all the theatrics and stops. And as soon as you goddamn tell them like, okay, I'm not leaving. You been in my ear a little bit. I'm listening. You doing all the stuff that I like. And as soon as you kind of get back comfortable, they gonna be back on their bullshit. The best piece of advice I can give you for those of you who are just determined to do what you want to do, make sure that they've changed. So even if you watching this and you like, but my man. Look, I mean, if you're going to dip a toe in that water, don't say I ain't told you so. But all I can tell you to do is make sure that this motherfucker has transformed and they've changed. Don't let them come in and then pull no doozy on you, acting like, I just miss you so much. I just can't breathe. And then the whole time it's really just bullshit. They telling you that now, and in 3 weeks they going to be back on they bullshit. Make sure that you holding their feet to the fire. Make sure that you really making them stand on that. You said that you wanted to do this. You said that you change. I expect to see changes. Don't be, you know what I'm saying, and set some real strong boundaries. Give me one oracle card for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for what they need to know right now during this time. The heart chakra and the home card flipped over. I feel like I got this for y'all before. Something about somebody feeling like home. I'm almost positive I've said this to y'all before. Reciprocity is funny because look up under the deck. And I don't even really take these cards reverse, but this is reverse. So again, I feel like that further just confirms too, making sure that whoever is coming back into your life is reciprocating what you're giving. Okay, this is not the time to be trying to just find love and be loved. Ask all the questions. Make sure you hold the motherfuckers' feet to the fire, making sure that they've really changed. Thank you for my purse and my money. I enjoyed Valentine's Day. You're still obligated to call me when I said call. You're still expected to do everything that you know that I need you to do to stay in this connection. Okay. It says when the heart chakra is imbalanced, you feel insecure, unforgiving, guarded, and experience a fear of intimacy or love bombing in your mind. Unforgiving kind of stood out to me a lot. If there's anything that I know about Scorpio placements is once you feel slighted, boy, you gonna take that. If Die Mad was ever a person, y'all would be smiling biggie foot like a goddamn mugshot of shit. Like you definitely have a hard time forgiving people. But this makes me feel like again, if you gonna have your heart open, just use it with discernment. You know, that's why I read the imbalance that's instead of balance. You don't need to be insecure, unforgiving, guarded, but you also don't have to like guard yourself to where you like get away from me. I'm guarding my heart. Like it's not that serious. But don't be no dummy either. Don't fall for nobody and just act like, oh, well, he apologized. Then like, oh my God, they batted their eyelashes. Like, nah. Make sure that this person feels like home. And I've said this to y'all before in a previous video. I think it was a 2025 one. I think where make sure this person feels like home. They need to be stable. They need to feel like close family. You need to meet their close family. You need to meet their loved ones. You need to make sure that this person is stable within their own self so they can show up stable within the connection. This person needs to be a safe space for you. If for any fucking reason, and I do mean any goddamn reason, that's not happening, you need to move on and find another one. Don't sit here and let somebody cap you and breadcrumb you just because they don't want to give you the love that you know you deserve, but because they also don't want to let you go so you can go find somebody who can give you that love that you deserve. Does that make sense as I'm saying it to you? That's really all that this says in a nutshell. Don't get your ass back in no connections that don't really reciprocate to you, that aren't really fulfilling to you. Okay, that don't share the same intentions. Has this person really changed, or are they just coming back to pull the wool over your eyes? They mouth might say one thing, them actions ain't gonna never motherfucking lie. Thank you again so much for sticking it out with me and getting this far to my video. If you've watched to the end, I really appreciate it. My name is B. Just in case if you forgot for the beginning of this, like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments to throw us in the algorithm. Let me know how this resonated, if this resonated, or if you just simply want to join our tarot family over here on this side of the community. Again, like I said, Friday we do have tarot classes, February the 7th, and February the 12th will be the end of 2025 overviews until 2026 is to come. Okay, until then, yeah, have fun, have a great start to your week, and I'll see you beautiful people later. Bye.